Hello everybody, Or of the Q here, and welcome back to a brand new and exciting and also the very final episode of Octopath Traveler. Yes, there is still yet one more episode we must go through. This one's probably going to be the longest episode of them all, because I did see that you have to go through 8 different bosses all in one go. So here we go, a barrage of bosses, cool. Alright, so here's the thing, guys. I actually ran into this guy once before. I then made the connection to him that he is a certain somebody who is very important to this sub-story in the whole entire game. Now, I don't know what's going to happen once I get through the sub-bosses. I just saw that this is technically that leads up to the true final boss. Maybe it's a connection to things, but I saw step-by-step. There's just a few side quests that we have to go through. Technically, I already did this side quest, but I didn't because, well, I didn't get through it all because I didn't know it related so well to it. I already did a side quest and saved over all my files where there was this lady who I met and came across, and there was this guy who was chasing after her. So it was funny because he was looking at her as his true love, and she was not feeling the same. She was looking for someone with blonde hair and blue eyes. Well, this guy has blonde hair and blue eyes, and apparently he's connected to him. Also, a fun fact. This is the same guy that I met at the very start of the game who required some sort of restorative. Anyway, I'm gonna shush. I don't know where this is gonna take us. I am following a guide-by-guide step here. A step-by-step guide, rather. And once I get to the 8 bosses, I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's just get through it. Oh, it's you. Do you by chance remember me? I'm Kit. You gave me a healing grape when I was lying wounded on the roadside.
In truth.
How goes my journey, you ask? I'm afraid to say I feel as if I've gone out as far as I can on my own. There are too many dangers to face alone. I wonder if some band of travelers might not allow me to join them on the road. Well, we've already started this quest. And now, all we have to do is find him somebody to travel with. Conveniently, right outside of good old Noble Court, there's a person out here who will allow us to have him travel with them. Or no, there's actually someone. Okay, someone is in Noble Court still. We have to talk to that person, and they're looking to go to the circus. Okay, I see what's going on. Yes. So I did do this first bit of the quest, but I don't know what goes on from here. So I think this guy here is the actor? Yes. I've heard that a traveling troupe is looking for actors, but they want a pair, and I have no part. If only if I could find someone who would join me on such a journey. Okay, well, I'll lead the way for you. Yes, let's guide him. Okay, so we come up this way. We get these two to meet up. It's kind of silly. I wish it was actually done as like some sort of a final chapter. But it's the way it is. What's that? A traveling acting troupe is looking for new members? A group like that certainly would allow me to visit many different towns in my search for word of my father. I doubt I have much gift for acting, but please, sir, would you let me join you as your acting partner, that we might become members of the traveling acting troupe? If you hadn't asked, I would have. I suppose we had better go talk to the impresario then? Why don't you join us since you brought us together in this endeavor? Very well. Oh, it actually automatically takes us to him. Well, I do thank you both for showing me your best performances. But I'm afraid, Kit, that your acting skills still leave something to be desired. Yes. I was afraid that might be the case. We were really hoping to find a pair of actors who could play off well off of one another too. Please give me a chance. I will practice harder than anyone you've ever seen. Or just let me join you as a stagehand. I'll do anything you ask of me if only you let me travel with you. I have to keep traveling to find some word of the fate of my missing father. Please, I'm begging as well. Please let us join you. Can I hold you to that promise, kid? You will practice your craft and do anything we ask of you in the meantime? Yes, I give my word. Then, Kit, you are hired, provisionally, as a stagehand, until we see what we can make use of you with, so yes. Continuing on, and you will be responsible for helping him learn the basics of acting. You two are a pair, after all. Do you think you can do that? Of course, we won't let you down. Thank you for this chance. I will trust you two to live up to your word. I can trust you, can't I? Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks to you, I can continue my journey. I haven't done anything yet. See if you still want to thank me after I've put you through your paces. It looks like things are just about settled then. You can leave your friends in our hands. We'll take good care of them. Thank you again. I will do my best not to let this trope go down. I sincerely hope we'll meet again. Safe journeys to you until we do. In search of father. Ah, good old fatherhood. So the next locale that we'll be heading down towards is... I think it'd be quicker to go from Stoneguard, I feel as though. Maybe it'd be quicker to go from Goldshore. It was Goldshore that they were at. So from Goldshore, though, we'll have to move down the beach. I was looking for some places along here. There was a pirate ship or whatever that I found. And I ended up coming across them again down this way.
Well now.
Oh, so we meet again. It's me, Kit. I've been traveling with the trope ever since you helped to introduce me. I think I may have at last found some hint as to my father's whereabouts. But I'm afraid it's the direction opposite of where the trope is headed. If I hope to ever learn what happened to my father, I will have to part ways with everyone. The impresario was very understanding and said that I should do what I must to find my father. But I wish I could do something more to thank the trope for taking me in before I must leave.
However...
So I guess we're supposed to give him something? What am I supposed to...
Hello.
Hold up. Oh, wait. Yeah, I just saw on the guide that I need... Oh, and there's that chest that I ended up getting. I didn't get in the end. Okay, so I'll have to get that chest again. But it's okay. It's all in the name of science. I think it actually is quicker to go from there. But we have to go back to Goldshore. Or, no, wait. It's Grandport. I'm supposed to go to Grandport. Gosh darn it. Alright, so we'll travel up to Grandport, grab this lapis lazuli. I don't see why we can't just go down mining for some. I mean, come on, isn't this Minecraft? Oh, wait, it's not Minecraft. Ah, good deal. Is it this guy? Hold up. Yep, I think it might be. Yep, right in front of the item and sword shop. Okay, so I think it would be quicker to go from Stoneguard. Might not be. I could be lying about this. Alright, let's go this way and we'll come back to the person. Alright, we've come back at last. So let's give him this lapis lazuli. Yes. Nice. This is amazing. What a fine piece of lapis lazuli. This should surely do the trick. I will repaint the trope's signboard and restore it to its former glory. I'm going to get to work preparing the paint once. Oh wow, yeah, it definitely looks a lot better now. What is this? It looks just as it did when it was new. No, even better. Kit, did you do this? I did, with the help of my kind friend here, who helped me get the ingredients for the paint. You did? But it requires lapis lazuli, such a precious mineral. And this painting, I had no idea you had such artistic skill. I knew you had some skill as a stagehand, but you have real talent, Kit. This is... why, it's positively magic what you've done. Kit, I am very glad we could travel together. I will be praying that everything goes well for you. Thank you, and thank you so much for everything you've done for me until now. Now, I can set out to search for my father without any lingering regrets. I've heard word of a woman who knows of my father's whereabouts. It seems that she has also been looking for me. I see what's going on. He's looking for, Lucia. Okay. I must find her and learn what she knows. I hope you will have a good journey, my friend. Or not Lucia. He's looking, and there is another girl. It was a girl that was, I think, in Boulderfall, I think. Yeah, in Boulderfall. I met her there. And let me see here. It looks like we'll be going out to East Swarky Trail. I think it's actually quicker to go from Boulderfall from here. This is where I don't know what will happen. I guess I'm gonna just have to find out. Let's go from Boulderfall since it's actually a little bit quicker here. And we'll make our way to East Swarky Trail and find out what's up. Hopefully we'll get some better progress going here. These enemies, they're gonna be wiped off the map.
The battle is...
Watch this.
I will cut you down!
Oh yeah, they broke alright. They more than just broke, they shattered into
The thrill of the
dust.
fight.
Nice. Alright, here we are. Let's do this. West Swarky. Oh, my bad. It's West Swarky Trail, not East Swarky. Ah, wow. Okay, yeah, it was definitely way quicker to get to him here. He was right at the start. This is the circus guy. Oh, why, hello. I didn't expect to see you again. The trope is all doing fine, though we still do miss Kit. We've been hoping to carry down this route, but there is a fearsome monster up ahead, we've heard. A traveling swordsman passed by not so long ago. Once we told him the rumors, he said that he would defeat the monster. But he has not returned. I do hope he is alright. Forgive me. Whoa, Alphys? Okay, so the guy that I was telling you about at the beginning of the episode was Alphys. He was the one, and he ended up finding a different person to fall in love with, who was this girl of higher class or whatever. But, okay. That's interesting. I was not equal to the task. Are you alright, man? What a frightful wound! Someone fetch some bandages at once. Please, do not trouble yourselves on my behalf. You had there. Do you know one another? Indeed. This kind stranger was my greatest friend when my heart was broken by the cruel woman LeBlanc. Yeah, that was her name, LeBlanc. Responsible for bringing me to the lovely Flora, my true love and other half. It seems that fate continues to guide us, bringing the two of us to meet once more. I feel quite the same, for all that you have helped us in the past. I hope we might ask your help once more. Do you think you could defeat for us the monster that keeps us from traveling the road ahead? Hopefully. I mean, considering I'm like level 73 now, I should be able to slay almost anything in this game. Maybe? I would also be glad to leave the task to one as able as you. The monster is a fearsome one, but I know your strength. If even you cannot defeat such a monster, I don't know who would be able to. Alright, oh wow, okay. So that must be the monster. Can I? No, I can't do anything about this. Okay, can't buy anything, so I'll go after the tiger. It's a cute tiger, though. I don't want to kill it. Grr.
This one will listen to reason.
This is probably more like a semi-boss than an actual
Victory
boss.
shall be
We're
mine.
still going to be extra careful. We're going to actually test him out with the Guardian Lion Dog. Aha! He is weak to swords. And he's already broken, so that's good. I'm about to do some massive damage. This might even actually end it. That ended it. Wow. Okay, that was a lot easier than I thought it'd be. Appropriately experience points. Okay. That's not too bad. So you did it. Well done, my good warrior. I expected no less of you. Astounding. You are even stronger than I knew. You took the very words from my mouth. And thank you, my friend. You put my skill with a blade to shame. It seems I still have far to go. I shall put myself to training at once. I remain grateful for your aid in this fight. Thank you, from me and the trope as well. You've done us a great favor again. Oh yes, and I'd meant to tell you before. We did have a letter from Kid after he left us. He is headed now to the place where he is to meet the woman who knew of his father. Or are you speaking of a common acquaintance? Oh, are you speaking of a common acquaintance? And what a coincidence. I've also heard rumors on the wind that the Lady Lieblang was off to meet her perfect man at last. It seems she was headed for the land once known as the Kingdom of Hornburg. Is this fate toying with us again? A coincidence? I suppose stranger things have happened. Definitely no coincidence. Now the question is, where is Hornburg?
It's like
Wait.
this.
Oh, whoa! We can now fast travel there. And we've unlocked the quest. Ah, it is definitely... Okay, I expected it to be down, like... I honestly thought it was going to be somewhere, like, hidden deeper in, but... It's just right here. This is the ruins of Hornburg. Okay, let's do this. I don't know if I'm ready or not. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a second. I remember this. This is where old Barrack fought. Oh, no. Old Barrack once fought here. This was where the death of his king had occurred. Oh. Sorry, old Barrack, to bring you back to such a place, but... we're here now. So, let's continue downwards. Doesn't look like there's any treasure chests anywhere. Yeah, there's like no treasure chest anywhere. It's particularly weird. This is a very, very long path. There's not even any music here. That's how you know it's ominous. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Look at this. Whoa. It's very... Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, wait, wait. No way. No way.
Is
The
that
Gates
so?
of Venus? Oh my gosh. This leads to the Gates of Venus. I mean, I had already known that. I didn't expect it to be this soon, though. I just knew that there were, like, 8 bosses you had to fight in a row to get to the true final boss. I kind of figured it would come out of the Gates of Venus. Are we going into the depths of hell? So I'll find my father on the other side? Truly?
Indeed.
Trust me, kid. He is there, waiting for you. I see. Very well, then.
Is something the matter?
Oh, forgive me.
I'm not feeling so well. Why don't you go on ahead? I'll catch up soon.
Yes.
I'll be waiting for you. No, don't go in there. No, don't go in there. Oh, no.
What have we here?
Oh, here's a familiar face. Fancy meeting you here. I trust you came for Kit, yes?
However...
Apologies, but the lad is quite special to me. My soulmate, if you will.
I think not.
I'll thank you not to interfere. That's assuming you could interfere, even if you wanted to.
The gate of Finis.
Pass beyond the gates of Finis, and never again may you return to this world.
I leave it to you.
Follow us if you so choose, but first be certain that is truly the path you wish to tread.
Fareth thee well.
Okay. So wait. She had already found his father before. No way. No. No, 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 no. You can't tell me... I think I know what happened. I think she tried using Kit's father to bring him into this gate, and it changed him into Red Eye. And his father is none other than the traveling apothecary who once traveled the world. Maybe. Something like that. Something crazy. Whoa, what is this? 2 flags. Change party equipment and travel on. Alright. Well, that's curious. So these are... What? There's like 8 shadow balls? Possibly more? I was expecting 12, but there's only 8. What's up here? I take it there's nothing up here until we do what's down below. So it must be these then. Which means that, guys, this here is actually it. These are the 8 bosses. I'm going to heal. I don't know how powerful they're going to be, but I trust that they will be extremely powerful. So, the first things first... Can I even save here? I cannot. It's do or die. Let's do this. Hopefully I can win through all these. I feel as though I am ready. Let's fight these no, 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 no! What? Are you kidding me? It's Simeon. So these 8 bosses are the final bosses that we've already destroyed. Oh, there we go. A single stab is all it took. Should have just used a regular Olive of Life. Ugh. Holy hell! 6,600 experience. Wow, that was actually pretty good. Most enemies only give me 2,000. Although, granted, this battle still took me like 20 minutes to do. I can examine it? Wait, there's a book left here. From the diary of Lord Geoffrey Azelhart. Wait, what? I kept my faith. I stayed true to my convictions until the end. Several years before my death, a shadow fell upon my dear noblehood. A shadow known as the Obsidians. They brought with them sweet words and false promises, but I would not let them lend them my ear. Once they came to understand that I would not be swayed to their way of thinking, they came after my life time and time again. I would not allow myself to be daunted. I dug deeper into the truth to uncover their intentions, their ties, and the mastermind behind their villainy, and my search eventually led me to learn of the Gate of Venus. In the end, I was murdered by the men who caught wind of my discoveries, yet I do not regret my actions. I lived true to the words of my house and did all that I could for the sake of my people. My sole regret is that I have left Primrose alone to pick up the pieces of this broken life I left behind. My precious daughter should not have to bear such a burden on her shoulders. Primrose, you stood before my grave and told me, did you not, that you had lived true to what I had taught you? You are strong, my daughter. You found your own cause and purpose, and the purpose you found was the continuation of my very own. You carried on in my footsteps and finished what I started. My dear Primrose, when I think of how much you must have suffered all alone, all I can do is beg you to forgive me. Now the time has come for you to lay down your burden and rest. It is time you forget about me and find happiness. A happiness of your own this time, for I will always be with you. Jeffrey Alsopalt. Oh. He wrote that in the afterworld. That's so sad. Well, guys, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through each of these bosses. It's going to basically be the same as that. You've already seen me defeat the bosses, but once I do defeat all the bosses, I will go ahead and I actually will read all of these. And I want to read them in the order of Octopath. Therefore, it's going to go from Ophelia to Cyrus to Tressa to Olberic to Primrose to Alphen to Therion and then to Honitz will be the last one. In that order specifically, we'll be reading these notebooks. So I'll meet you guys on the flip side. I literally started this battle maybe 5 minutes ago, and, well, let's just see how much health it's got. Oh, yeah, it's in the red. Yeah, I've become a little bit too OP. Here, how about this? We'll do a nice little... Ooh, actually, I can use that. Alpharic Suspicious on Cyrus. There we are. I'm pretty certain that this will finish it right here. It won't be at maximum power, but it will still be enough power that it should actually defeat the dragon. That's one. And the second one. Yep, there it goes. Wow. That dragon was relatively easy. They weren't all Chapter 4 bosses, by the way. They were actually... I think there was 2 of the Chapter 3 bosses, and then one was even a Chapter 2 boss. And then the rest were Chapter 4s. It wasn't too bad, though. Of course, that dragon is from Honitz's story, so that takes care of all of the books. Well, at least... No, 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 no! Don't send me into a cutscene! I haven't even yet read all the books! Oh, please don't immediately send me there. Don't send me there immediately. I still have got things to do here. I haven't read all the books. Okay, now we'll go ahead and read all of the books. So we've got the first one here. This is from Ophelia's story. From the Diary of Matthias, Prophet of the Accursed Flame. Once I too believed in the teachings of the Sacred Flame. I led the people in its light as a servant of the Church. No one could have doubted that I was anything but a pious believer in those days. And when I look back upon it now, it all seems so painfully foolish. When was it that I first began to doubt the flame? Perhaps it was after I met Leblanc. But no, that was but the catalyst to what was already growing within me. Even before Leblanc appeared, those feelings had taken root in my heart. The small village whose church I had been appointed to was destroyed in a conflagration started by a capricious strike of lightning. The flames spread before we even knew what was happening. Before we knew it, we were engulfed in hell's fire. Countless were lost to the flames, even the innocent young children who I'd loved so dearly. They had committed no sins. They did not deserve to have their flesh seared and their bones turned to ash. So I prayed to the flame. I prayed and prayed that their lives would be spared. Fool that I was, even after they were dead and gone. I believed that if I prayed hard enough, they might return to us, that a miracle might occur. And so I offered up every scrap of faith I had, until at long last I realized the truth. Believing in the sacred flame and praying to it would not bring about a miracle. And if my faith could not bring me and those I loved succor in our time of greatest need, then it was worthless. It did not matter to me if the power I needed was forbidden. I would use that power for the force of good and bring about miracles. That was the true faith to which my eyes were finally opened. It was not something I had been tricked into by another. I had reached the enlightenment. It was only fitting that such a revelation came to me, the one true savior. While LeBlanc may had been responsible for my enlightenment, I am still grateful to her. After all, she is the one who granted me the blessing of 100 years free from aging. The dark secrets written in that tome can allow a man to cheat death, and I owe her a debt for sharing them with me. I gained eternal life, or close enough as a true savior should. I then took it upon myself as my duties to save as many people as I could with the power granted to me, and so I set out to kindle a darker flame in our realm. If the sacred realm could be weakened, yet more of Galdera's accursed power would seep through the gate of Phoenix, and I would be able to claim even greater strength for myself. I hid myself away from those in the church who wished to stop me. But the long march of time was my ally. It wore away the lives and the memories of any and all who once knew me, until it was as if my face had been washed away like words written in sand. None who still live would remember me as an apostate to the church. With enough leaves, all things are possible. Even obtaining a new name is little challenge. And so I worked my way back into the church's graces as the traitor Matthias. Even the venerable Archbishop Joseph did not suspect me for a moment. Every step along the way, fate has shown me that I am in the right. I was able to uncover Galdera's altar because I am right. I was able to use a fragment of Galdera's power to bring about a miracle because I am right. I could become the savior of Whispermill and command its people to do my wishes because I am right. With Simeon as an ally, I never wanted for money nor power. The Obsidians served me well, whether they knew it or not. Simeon claimed never to have spoken to me to the others. I know not if he meant to use me as a secret weapon against the others, if the need ever arose, or if it was simply that he did not trust me. But it hardly mattered. After laboring for so many decades, the time had come at last. I had succeeded in debilitating Archbishop Joseph with the poison of the Obsidians had provided me. It was a beautiful poison. No one would ever suspect it as anything but a natural death. All that remained for me to do was to cast a dark shadow on the heart of Liana. The next flame bearer and the sacred flame would soon burn black. That is what it was meant to be. That is what it was about to be. But no, damn it all to the farthest reaches of hell. The culmination of all I had worked for was mere inches away. So close I could feel the kiss of the accursed flame, and instead it was all snatched away. That fire snuffed out to leave me in the utter darkness and despair. I am the savior. I was meant to bring Galdera's flame to the world. Why should I be left in this black hell? It is dark here. The blackness. It is all-consuming. Darker than 1,000 starless nights. Please, someone. Anyone. Bring me some light. Matthias. He had let hubris get to him, but he was still doing what he believed was right. It's quite a cruel fate indeed. To think, though, that he had lived for whole hundreds of... I don't know if it was hundreds. It may have just been, like, say, about 120, 140 years, but that's rather impressive. I would say probably around 140 years. That is rather impressive. I need a little bit of water after that one. That one was much longer than the other one I read. From the diary of Headmaster Yvonne, which, by the way, I fought Yvonne instead of Lucia, which was impressive, of the Royal Academy. It was 15 years ago when I learned of that tome. The headmaster's chair was but a dream to me in those days. When my prized student Lucia brought a young woman to me, the woman told me that I was the best suited to the position of headmaster. That there was no knowledge, no position, that should be off limits to a man of my ability. And so she taught me many things, one being the existence of ancient tomes containing the long-forgotten secrets of old. There are several volumes of forbidden writings in Lestam's great libraries, and no eyes but the headmasters are allowed to look upon them. The tome in question is one of these. It is the last extant tract of the legendary sage known as Salam, whose name lives on history. Though the land of his birth, the kingdom of Bernstein, has long since been forgotten. Long has it been said that he who can decipher its true meaning will obtain power over even life and death. The current headmaster is not worthy of such a knowledge. What he lacks in intellect only pales to what he lacks in character. I cannot depend on him. I would depend on you. She wished to decipher the secrets of the tome, and share its knowledge with the worthy alone. Thus a great scholar was needed. One who would be able to fully understand the arcane truths within the tome. The doddering fool who now serves as headmaster could never do such a thing. But a genius such as you, Yvonne, surely you of all scholars in the realm are up to the task. Yes, that was how she persuaded me. It was true that I bore little resemblance to the former headmaster, who was interested in nothing but his studies, and whose only praiseworthy trait was his tenacity in that single-minded pursuit. But I was different. I knew that knowledge was worth its weight in gold, and more critically, my intellect far outstripped his. How could the idiots around me fail to realize this? This woman told me that the then headmaster holding a lofty office he had done so little to deserve was tantamount to sin, and I agreed. When she asked me if I could remove him, I assured her that it would be the simplest of tasks. And so I had him assassinated just as she wished, leaving not a trace of evidence behind to incriminate myself. Shortly after I ascended to the headmaster's seat in his place, I encountered the strange woman only once more after that day. When I reported to her that I had murdered the former headmaster, she flashed a chilling smile and simply replied, "So you did." Then she walked away, never again to appear before me. Perhaps removing that man was all she wanted me to do after all, I thought. It was no matter, the tome was in my grasp, and I immediately set myself to uncovering its secrets. All the rumors I had heard were true. It was a work of staggering genius. With Lucia as my assistant, I was able to obtain other rare and ancient texts from that woman, even if I never saw her again. Yes, everything was going just as I had planned, and power beyond the imagination was finally within my reach. How did it all come to this? Damn that accursed Lucia! Damn that heartless, conniving witch! How did I not see? She meant to use me from the very start. I was the one who unlocked the secrets. I was the one who constructed the basic theories of how to effectively control life and death. And as soon as I had done that, she had no more need for me. That was why she gave me a flawed blood crystal and let Cyrus write to me, so that she could dispose of me without dirtying her own hands. You despicable, loathsome, hateful woman! Death has not cooled my fury, but only fueled it to greater heights. Curse you! Curse you and that unholy witch you brought to my side! May the deceitful Lucia burn for all eternity! May the foul witch LeBlanc be banished beyond the farthest reaches of hell! Okay, settle down. Very temperful. Alright, moving forward, I suppose. I wonder what Tressa's will be, actually. From the Diary of Graham Crossford, Part the First. Wait, Graham Crossford? Grave tidings reached me as I was passing through Victor's Hollow. In my travels, my beloved's condition had worsened. I knew my journey must be brought to a swift conclusion, lest I be too late in the end. I made up my mind to sail across the verdant deep. The final ingredient I required was the pinion of an ogre's eagle, that most fearsome beast of the sky. They are said to make their home in the forest of Rube, beyond that vast emerald sea. When I arrived at the harbor, there was only one ship to be found. It was a grand one, no mistaking that, but the captain was none other than Leon Bestrel. I recognized him at once, of course. Who could travel these lands without hearing a tale or ten of that dread pirate captain, the very mention of whose name would set even the bravest sailor's heart pounding and palms sweating? Yet I found the man himself to be quite different from the one spoken of in legend. Captain Leon Bestrel stood at the helm of a merchant trader, which was preparing to hoist sail at the very moment I came upon it. I told him of my haste and implored that he let me aboard. I'm afraid I don't let just about anyone board my ship, he told me, and I felt as though I were being put to some kind of test. It was clear this was a man who did not easily place his trust in others. My coin purse as impoverished as my hopes, I held out the only thing of value I could offer, my journal. This is the most valuable of my possessions, I explained. Within it, you will find a record of every region of this vast continent, every town I have visited, and every path I have tread. Surely such knowledge is worth the trouble of having one more body aboard your ship for this voyage. After all, what need had I of such a log then? My journey was nearly over. All that remained was to obtain the final ingredient and hasten home to my beloved side. Captain Leon gave a boisterous laugh and gestured me onto his ship with a grin. You'd have me believe the leaves of that old book are more valuable than the leaves in my coffers? You must have had quite the journal. I wouldn't mind hearing about it, as you swab my decks. As his ship tossed about the stormy sea, my thoughts drifted ahead of the winds to where my wife awaited me. I could see her face in my mind so clearly that it felt as though it was only minutes ago that we parted, not countless moons. I prayed that the flame would guide me back to her while that gentle smile still graced her lips. It's almost finished at last, my love. Pray wait for me just a little longer. I know not what has become of my journal since I parted ways with Captain Leon. But looking back, I am relieved that it left my hands when it did. Surely it is better that my final entry ended with some traces of hope, rather than the bitter pain I would eventually find at journey's end. Oh, that's when his wife ended up dying, and then he used the potion to save Alphen. From the records of Lord Werner of Riverford, I kind of figured it'd be him. Alright, how did he sound again? I forget. Hornburg will fall. I still remember her smile as she said the words. It was a score of years now, mayhap more. A simple sellsword I was then, when she came to me with a sack full of leaves and dark promise in her eyes. She knew as well as I did that I had far greater aspirations than selling my sword for coin. But coin would have to be a start. And what a start she offered me. Not only the leaves to free me from another man's employ, but as much as I asked for to invest in my plot and establish the connections I would need. The life I'd always dreamed of was finally in my grasp. I could use her. I could use her to get all that I'd ever wanted, or so I thought. And so I took the girl up on her offer and began my plot to bring down an entire kingdom. I would need men if I were to accomplish anything, so I created my own sellsword company. The Black Brotherhood, I called them. I spent 3 years doing nothing but gathering information on Hornburg. Then, using what I had learned, I began to systematically remove any obstacles that might stand in my path. I used the girl's connection to make my company of sellswords very much in demand in Hornburg. I took the worst of the lot, those with no scruples and nowhere else to go, and made them out to be the bandits and thieves. I set these villains to attacking the border of Hornburg, and then my Black Brotherhood would turn them back. It was quite the performance. Other armies didn't stand a chance at beating us to the site of each battle. The skirmishes all took place far from the heart of Hornburg. We knew ahead of time exactly where they would happen, since the foes we faced in those battles were in fact our own men. It was an easy feat to give the appearance of a crushing defeat, though this boss, the Black Brotherhood, won the hearts of the people living in those borderlands. Ingraining myself with the families of these borderlands, I used their introductions to buy trust among many powerful houses of Hornburg. The tales of the Black Brotherhood had spread throughout the realm by then, and I used that woman's money freely to strengthen my ties to powerful men within Hornburg and without. Still, King Alfred was well beloved by his people and his bannermen. It would be no small feat to win their hearts away from him, in which case things would become much easier if he were simply not in the picture. Hornburg would not last long without the people's love for their liege behind binding them together, and so my eyes landed upon Erhard, who held a bitter hatred of the king within him. I had him appointed as a member of the king's own guard so that he could be in the perfect position to do the deed. All that remained to be done was to give Erhard the chance that he was all too eager to seize. Mixing lies and truth, I lit a fire among this strong young warrior I befriended. I could spout any lie, and it would not have mattered. Humans care little for facts. They believe what they want to believe. In the end, it took me just 12 short years to bring Hornburg to ruin. After the kingdom fell, I decided the time had come to settle my accounts with that woman. I disbanded my company, having no more need for sellsword, and used the riches I had accumulated to buy myself the lands and status that would see me through my remaining days. To tell the honest truth, this was not easy. I could have gained even more had I remained at that woman's side. She could provide me with the wealth and power beyond any human's wildest dreams. But to pursue this any further would be madness. Perhaps I was already mad to serve so long as at her beck and call to bring down a kingdom. She was beautiful. There can be no doubt of that. But did I desire her, even for a moment? No. For within that attractive trapping was evil. Pure evil. Intent on bringing humanity to ruin. If a man dared to touch any part of it, his own flesh would rot and fall away. She was a lethal poison. She was a witch. And so I cut myself off from her entirely and did not look back. Funny though, is it not? In the end, I could not escape her. She brought about my ruin as surely as if I had indulged in her poisonous touch. For in the end, just as I felled Hornburg, it was Hornburg's last knight who laid me low. Werner was really, really, really smart. Like, super smart. I don't know why he went with Lucia. And we already read that one. That one was, the story of Alfin's story, I do believe. No, it was Primrose's story, I do believe. Right? Octopath. Let me just see real quick. Oh, yes. It was, Azelhart who was talking to her. I remember now. There's only 3 remaining, that means. From the Diary of Graham Crossford, Part the 2nd? No way! This is Alfin's story right here. Oh my gosh. All hope was lost. My beloved was gone forever. I had finally finished the elixir, but it was too late. Mere days too late. My one true love had drawn her last breath just as I was racing back to her side. Medicine in hand and heart filled with renewed hope. For 3 days and 3 nights I lost myself in tears. A river of tears too deep and raging for me to ford my own way across it. It was after the funeral that the woman found her. LeBlanc, she called herself. In the depths of my anguish, my life bereft of all meaning, she asked me a simple question, terrible in its implications. Wouldn't you like to see your beloved once more? That insidious offer, a mere whisper in the wind, took hold of me. Try as I might, I could not close my ears to it. If it would mean seeing my love even once more, then I would give my very life without regret. LeBlanc spoke of the great gate of Venus, which separates this world from the next. If I could find it and cast it open, I could bring my beloved back to my side. I had heard the legends before, of course, but for the first time I found myself desperate to believe them. Begging the help of one of Kit's companions, I set out to the South Sea. It was a fool's journey, but what else remained to me but a fool's hope? On my way, I passed through the village of Clearbrook. There I came across a young boy, stricken with illness and lingering just outside death's door. Convulsions racked his small frame, and his skin was mottled with a purplish pox. I recognized the symptoms at once. How could I not? It was the same foul malady that stole my beloved from me. I felt the touch of fate in this meeting. Though I had not been in time to save my true love, I still carried the elixir I had labored so long to create. A remedy that could do nothing for her now. There was no doubt in my mind that what I must do. And so I treated the boy with my medicine. When I looked at the boy's face, finally at peace and in calm repose, I saw my beloved again. And in her gentle eyes, I found forgiveness. I hope I can do that too someday. Such were the boy's words to me. When he was strong enough to speak again, he told me that he wished to follow in my footsteps and become a great apothecary. His words were a reward I never expected. In that moment I felt as though my journey was perhaps not a fool's one after all. I left what remained of the elixir and the rest of my medicines behind with the boy, and I set out once more, turning my feet again to the gate of Venus. Little did I know, I was making the greatest mistake of my life. The next one will probably be Therian's, but the last one will tell the tale of how he became Red-Eye. Alright, 2 left. From the records of House Ravis. Interesting. From the time of my first memory, I recall my father lecturing me on the origins of our house, from what it meant to be the head of House Ravis, and on what it was I must give my life to protect. My father had heard the same from his father, and his father from his father before him. The House of Ravis is blessed with many treasures, and many who covet them. To one born into the House of Ravis, such things are as natural and given as the blue of the sky above us. We are blessed with great treasures, and it is our duty to protect those treasures from those who would use them for ill. And among all the treasures, there were none greater than the dragon stones. The dragon stones were bestowed upon the first Lord Ravis by the legendary King Beowulf of Hornburg. Whoa. Well, actually, no, we learned that before. That's right, I forgot. She actually did explain that. And they have been passed down in our family ever since. The stones are said to have come from a land far to the east, and they are worth far more than their weight in gold. But that is not where their true value lies. A power sleeps within them, and it makes them valuable beyond mortal comprehension. For the name Dragonstone is no simple fancy. The stones house the power of the great Wyrms, whose name they bear. It is said that the great sorcerer Odin Crossford, whom is the descendant of Graham Crossford, if you recall that, used the power of the Dragonstones to seal shut the gate of Phoenix. Crossford had campaigned together with King Beowulf and aided him in the founding of Hornburg. My father, when he was still with us, once told me this. Power in itself is neither good nor evil. It is the man who wields the blade who decides whether he fights for good or evil. Which is actually the point that Cyrus's story came across. That is why King Beowulf entrusted the stones to the man he trusted above all others, the loyal knight who would become the first lord of House Ravens. Great power can bring about boundless good or unfathomable evil. It is the duty of our house to keep the Dragonstones safe and protect them from those who would wield them for dark ends. Yet given enough time, great power will always awaken a hunger in others who would claim them for themselves. Once the Dragonstones came to House Ravens, there was no end to those who would lust after them, not to mention our many other riches. Even Keith and Ken cannot be trusted to stand against such temptations. Once, a rumor reached my ears that suspicious parties were inquiring into the whereabouts of the stones at the behest of my own relatives. It may be that those who sabotaged the carriage my wife and I were riding in did so at the bidding of my own good. Oh, my poor Cordelia, what is to become of you? You are too gentle to ever doubt another. I fear that many will draw near to you, cloaked in the guise of kindness, and seek to deceive you. Cordelia, I can protect you no longer. No matter how I try to call out, my voice cannot reach you on the other side. Yet this I hope you know. Though a time may come when you are betrayed by one you trust, I believe your heart will not falter. You will lose your faith in people, and this is for the best, for there are those truly worthy of your unwavering trust, and you will find them and keep them close at your side. I held on to such faith, and I was rewarded with a loyal companion worth 1,000 other men. Heathcote has been true to me in all things. Surely such a friend will also appear before you, one worthy of your faith. And so I beg of you, Cordelia, never stop believing in others, for it is faith that will save you in the end. Huh. So that was Cordelia's father. Well, there's only one book left. I bet it might actually be the final bit to Graham's story. Yep, part the third, it is. How can I have been so wrong? All I thought of was bringing my beloved back to the world of the living. When LeBlanc told me of such a thing could be done, not dung, I was all too willing to swallow her petty words. Pretty words, rather. I'm not getting these words correct anymore. I've been reading for like 25 minutes. The moment that I arrived before the gate, I felt a finger of ice run down along my spine, even if my mind had been too slow to recognize it. My very body was repelled by that gate, or more precisely by what lay beyond it. While I struggled to catch my breath, LeBlanc sketched out a magic circle on the ground with practiced ease, as she traced each twisted line and rune. Her hand never faltered. How many times must she have prepared for this moment in her heart of hearts? It was in that moment that I realized just how she had longed for this moment. How fiercely she desired to see the dark ritual to completion. Only by this ritual may the gate be opened. It will not be pleasant for you, but you must bear it if you wish to see your beloved once more. So LeBlanc spoke as she led me to the center of the magic circle. As she began the ritual, the first thing I felt was a great pain that struck my entire body at once. It was followed by a strange sensation like nothing I had ever experienced. I felt myself stretching and swelling from the inside out. From the corner of my eye, I saw my own hand changing into something foreign and awful. And then fear. LeBlanc watched my transformation with a glow in her eye. It was then I knew this ritual was not intended to open the gate and bring my wife back to me. Yes, I know what truly lies beyond the gate of Phoenix. That horror is what LeBlanc sought to bring back to our world, and I was to be the vessel. I would be lying if I had said I had no idea this was coming. My conversations with LeBlanc had led me to suspect that this ritual would not work for just anyone. It seemed that she needed my blood, the blood of House Crossford, descended from an ancient line of sorcerers. That is why I must be the one to prevent her plan from succeeding. For if I fail, she will only turn her sights upon my dear Kit. No, that I cannot allow. So while I realized before the end what LeBlanc intended, I continued to accompany her in her aims so that I could see the truth of the ritual for myself, and foil it however I could. Little did I know that I was dealing with a power far, far beyond any mortal's control or conception. I felt my own sense of self growing faint and distant, and something else entirely filling me. I resisted it with all I had but that presence. To that thing, a being like myself, a fragile human spirit, could be crushed as easily as an insect beneath your heel. Then, just before my mind was completely consumed by the darkness, I saw the smiling faces of my wife and son one last time. I screamed. The memory of my wife gave me the power to resist at the last critical moment. I imagine LeBlanc as herself did not think I would ever strike back at her. But I had already grown far stronger than I had been as a man. Even when I only managed to land a single blow to her, it cut her deep. She staggered back and the ritual was interrupted. This is my chance. All I need to do is see haste. Wait. Oh no. All I need to do is chase after her as she flees and cut her evil at the root, bringing everything to an end. That is what I must do. But why am I? Where am I going? Why am I turning into something else? Something less and less human. And so I wandered the land without aim. There are periods of time I cannot remember. I come back to myself, surrounded by destruction. No memories, but I know it was me. These blackouts were more frequent. They come for me now. No, stay on. I'm no monster. I am man. I'm man. Silence. Out of anyone here, that is by far the cruelest. Graham Crossford doesn't look like he even stayed as he was. I feel like his soul was completely shattered. That's a sad, sad fate. So Kid is his son. We must rescue Kid at once. Let us prepare, and we will make our way through the gate of Phoenix. Well, I feel that we are ready to do this. Let us enter at last, at long last, the gates that lead us to the far reaches of hell, to the journey's end. Seriously? No save spot still? Oh my gosh. Form 2 parties for the final confrontation. Oh, are you kidding me? Whoops. Big whoops. This is bad. Hey guys, this is very, very bad. Okay, so we've got Primrose, who's a dancer. I need to have Cyrus, and I need to have... Let's see, I need to have Cyrus and Ulberic on a team together, I feel. No. Yes? Yes. Because Tressa is more physically based than Ophelia is. So, I'm gonna go Tressa should go to where Alphen is. Oh, this is so bad. I'm gonna get my bums whooped. Like, seriously, why do I have to do this? There was never any single indication that this would ever happen. And there's still not a save point anywhere. I hope this is auto-saved. Like, jeez. I was not prepared for this. Primrose probably be a good replacement for Ophelia. I'm gonna put Old Barrack in this location and put Hana here so it looks nice. Hana and Therian, I feel like will have a great combination, actually. Okay. Now, commence the fun. No. Return to the previous screen? Okay. So, cool. I can actually change my team. Okay. Oh, wait. There's one of these things right here. Thankfully. Now, okay, I can change all of their stuff here, but I can't actually do everything else. So, real quick, we're gonna change the party out. That's not what I wanted, but it works. Ophelia for Primrose. No, Ophelia for Primrose, and then Olberic for Therian. Let's go ahead, change their jobs up a little bit. Let's see, what do I have Hanet's secondary job as again? I have her as a warrior. Honestly, I think her as a warrior will make the most sense. It works best for her. Alphen, on the other hand, I could probably make use of him as a dancer, maybe? Do I not have any of his... I have Scholar. For, oh my gosh. Alphen's like the weakest link. I'm gonna go Dancer. I'm gonna be giving them abilities anyway. I forget what I had Therian as. I think I actually may have had him as a knight. But... oh, I had him as a hunter. Ooh. Oh, I tell you what, that'll actually be really good to have him and Hana on the same team with like Hold Trap and with Take Aim. So yeah, I'll keep him as a hunter. And Primrose, I was gonna say maybe keep her as... no, maybe having her as a cleric won't work out. No, it will, because if... oh, that's a good combination. I totally forgot that with Celtics... do I have it with her? Do I have the... yeah, I do. Celtics Seduction, and with freaking Reflective Veil, which we can now get. That's gonna do incredible for our team. Okay, so one more time, though. I do have to set up my team once again, because we have to use every character. This is gonna be crazy, guys. Okay, here we go, guys. Now we're about ready to do this. Let us enter the finale at last. Alright, here we go. I hope that I don't die. Please, please do not kill me. So I was going to do Cyrus and Tressa, and then Ophelia. I was going to have Ophelia on Cyrus's team, I think. I think it would be best if I had Ophelia on that team. Now that I do think about it. Actually, because Tressa and Olberic complement each other. Olberic and Cyrus are heavy hard hitters, but they're also opposites. Yet Ophelia is a very good support, especially for Cyrus, and Tressa is a very good support for Olberic. Ooh, I don't know. To make up with the lack of Ophelia being on the other team, I'll keep Primrose on this team. And then Therian needs to be with Hanet because they make a really good complement. Alphen being a healer makes a lot of sense on this team as well, a healer and support. Whereas Ophelia can still cover the healing and support on this team. Alright, here we go. Commence the final front confrontation. Here we are.
You?
Quite the stubborn ones, aren't we?
Why, yes.
Where's Kid? That's the question on your lips, isn't it?
Kit.
Why, he's right there, standing before your eyes.
Just so.
The 13th god, Galdera the Fallen. He and Kit are one and the same.
The Gate of Finis.
Was created to seal Galdera beyond the boundaries of this world. And the Crossford family, you see, comes from a long and ancient line that carries the stuff of the Dark God in their veins.
But in truth,
Many years ago, I led Graham, Kit's father, to this same place. I told him that by coming here, he could return his beloved to the land of the living. A lie, of course, but one he was all too willing to believe.
and then.
All was proceeding according to plan, but in the end, I underestimated the strength of the man's spirit.
Oh.
The ritual failed, and Graham escaped somewhere, though he hardly resembled himself anymore. This time, though, will be different. This time, I will not fail.
It begins.
At long last, Galdera shall rise again, and all the world will know his fury. You too have an important role to play on this historic day. Your flesh, your blood, your very soul will feed the Dark God and give him strength.
Father.
Can you hear me? Father, your daughter calls for you.
Galdera, my father.
Oh, Father, pray show them mercy on these poor, wretched souls.
I hear you, my daughter.
Oh, Father, at last we are together.
My daughter, for fulfilling your fate, I bestow upon you your eternal slumber.
Okay. So I assume he created her for the sole purpose of this.
Brave souls, you too have earned the same reward. So come, let us consume all life on this world. Let us consume the gods themselves. For now and eternity, there is only us. There is only Galdera.
If thou
Final
art
boss
ready,
time!
so am I.
My.
Hey, beautiful! How are you? Oh,
What next?
great. What am I doing here? I guess I'm looking at this thing.
Letting my arrow fly true.
That just just said 5,000, right? Not 50,000. It said 50,000. Sucking Artard. How much health does the main part of this thing have? Dude, this music though is epic. Yeah, I kind of figured it'd be unattainable. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the music here. Oh my gosh. I have a bad feeling I'm not gonna make it through this all that well. Oh.
My turn now.
Yeah. Okay. 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 Yeah.
next?
Honestly, guys, I don't think I'm gonna win this. The only thing I've done so far is touch that thing. How come Cyrus hasn't had the opportunity? Okay.
What next? Think not.
Why did I defend? Okay, I did not mean to defend.
Interesting dilemma.
This ain't good. I need to break the Raging Soul. I can't even touch the main part of it. It's literally invincible. I was going to use Haunted to bring back people, but... Okay.
What is the logical course of action?
Well, the first thing I need to do is definitely bring back Ophelia, because at least she'll have
How about
Quad 9.
I'll not be
Oh my gosh. This is bad. Okay, I need to heal more so that Cyrus will live so he can do damage. I don't know what that means, but I don't want to find out, so Lux Galdera.
Lux Conjurer?
This thing is disgusting, though. Is this Galdera's true form?
Well then.
It's kind of crazy. Very crazy.
My focus is unpacked. Lux Conjurer.
Well, we finally got rid of that darn soul that was attached to this thing, but now what? Oh, come
I'll do
on!
my best.
2 more? Seriously? How am I even supposed to do damage to this thing? Alright, I'll play your little game, I guess. Oh boy. Alright, I can at least take out that Screaming Soul now, which has actually been really painful. Finally gone, though. Alright, now I just have to re-kill the other soul. Oh, this is such an annoying boss fight. I've been going at this for at least 25 minutes now. What to do? I suppose a BP boost is in order finally?
Oh,
I
stop.
haven't done this in a while, unless if Ophelia dies randomly or something. Well, there goes Hanet, so yeah. Let's go ahead and restore the team, shall we? Probably not a good idea. You know, if I had Saving Grace on everyone, other than just Ophelia, freaking reviving them would be so much more effective. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is Outbreak's Auspicious. We're gonna use it on Cyrus here so he can break. The beast is already broken. Oops.
What's this now?
Oops. Whoops. On the bright side, at least we can do some maximum damage to this thing. Nice. 3,600 damage isn't too bad. It's bad, but still. Oh dear, at least Ophelia goes right after this thing goes. Oh no! Ooh, that was too close. Alright, let's heal.
Miracle of healing.
I'm definitely gonna have to use Revive. No. Are you kidding me?
What's this now?
Don't tell me that this is a perpetual loop. You have got to be absolutely kidding me. Alright, let's keep going until I either die or actually kill this thing. Okay, for the freaking last time, don't revive it. The one thing is now dead. All that's left is the wailing thing. Something will happen next turn. Oh, yay. Yep. Saw that coming.
The logical course of action.
Which means I can't even use my best spells, meaning I'm gonna have to rely on other spells. to defeat the Screaming Soul, rather, not the Searing Soul. Oh my gosh, this battle sucks. I'm actually going to make use of it. Because I have one-time use with the double ability. One more Lightning Blast. Good deal, good deal. I am now the Screaming
I'll do my
Soul.
best.
Ah! I think it's an infinite loop. But then again, how do I... Don't tell me. That's crazy. No, no. I don't want that thought in my head. I don't want that thought in my head. I do not want to have that thought in my head. I have to kill both of them simultaneously. You know how ridiculously stupid that is?
Maleficent star. Here's our foe.
I have to kill both of them at the same
I'll do my best.
exact time. Which I can't even... Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? You've got to be kidding me.
Have this.
Oh my gosh.
What next?
Did you know that there's actually an entire second phase after this? I can guarantee it because we had to split our team into two.
I'm sorry.
Well, there goes a whole 45 minutes of my life, plus the hour and a half that I spent fighting the 8 bosses to get there. Please, just please put me, like, right in front of the boss or something. That would be... Hey kids, don't do drugs. Yup. Yup. Let me just emphasize the yup. Yup. I'm done with this game. I'm serious. This is a rage quit. This is an absolute rage quit. You're supposed to kill those at the same exact time, right? Well, how the bloody fucking hell can you do that when you've got entire bullshit coming at you at every single turn, causing your entire team to die repetitively, and you can't do shit about it? You can't do anything against that. You go in blind with that, and you immediately will die. Kudos to those who defeated this fucking piece of shit on the fucking first attempt. Good job. I'm not that person. Let's just say that I've been recording here for the past 2.5 hours long. This recording's actually like 2.5 hours. That's how ridiculous this is. It's actually going on 2 hours and 40 minutes right now, but it's still stupid. It's stupid. This is honestly the first time I've probably ever rage quit at a game. That's it. This is the final episode. If there is another final episode or grand finale to this series, it's not gonna happen because this was it. This game put me over the edge. I already said all that I wanted to say about it in the last episode, but the story is amazing. I love the story. The gameplay, no. You don't fucking throw 8 freaking bosses that take you over an hour to kill, and then put the final boss at the end of it all just to team wipe you after an hour of fighting it. Well, not quite an hour, but it could have lasted an hour and I still would have never got anywhere. Because who knows, it may have been once I killed those 2 things at the same exact time, I had to kill 3 things at the same exact time. kudos to those who defeated it on their first try. I'm done with this game. I'm fucking done with it. This is a rage quit beyond rage quits. Good fucking day. Suck this artard, because this game, it looks beautiful and the fucking story is phenomenal, but god damn it, I hate this. I hate this game. I'm done. I'm rage quitting. Goodbye. Have fun. I'll see you guys in the next episode of a different series. So, thank you for watching. Thanks for being there. I'm out.